Can you hear it if I put my... It's got bells and stuff. This looks weird.
Well,
Hello.
well, what's the name of this
Skull?
person?
Oh, I don't know. You want to name it?
Pat.
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 Pat the Skull. Welcome, Pat the Skull. Right. It is time for Train. Faze and Virtus.pro will be moving on to Train. I think it's a good map for both teams. I think historically it's a good map for Virtus.pro.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah. Very long time ago.
But recently the VP in general has been pretty bad. So this last map against Faze showed a little potential. Even against Astralis, they showed a lot of potential other than Inferno.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see, because I think Faze should take this one. This is usually their map. But for VP, I mean, they have good operas, so it should be their map too as well.
Yeah, I would favor Faze for Train. I think they'll be coming into this angry from getting spanked on the previous map as well. While we're here, don't forget tickets are available for the finals in Arlington, Texas at the eSports Stadium, still being fitted out at the moment. 22nd to 25th of November. Arlington.csgoleague.com is where you can find yourself some tickets. I've been playing the Mythic League in North America with some people who I think are planning to attend. So that'll be cool to meet some of the people from the Pug systems. That's always cool. Like at the major, I got to meet a lot of people from the UK division team, which actually is run by Observer, Sliggy, and some other people. Yeah, they were awesome. Yeah, it was a good group of guys. So it'd be cool to meet some Mythic people as well at eSports Stadium. I'm really curious to see how it looks. I haven't seen any plans of how it's going to look when it's fully fitted out. I've seen it's a massive space. I think it's 110,000 square feet.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I used to work in property, and I would sell offices up to 2,500 square feet. And I had a colleague who did the bigger ones. So I got to see things which are like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 square feet. So 110,000 is a big friggin' space. So I'm curious to see. I've seen some CGI of like how the stage might look, but I guess there can be a lot of different configurations for like the main space.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Because Dallas used to be the mecca of CS way back in the day.
Yeah. So I think it should be a good spot to have lots of lands of different scales. I know you have like Fragdelphia in Philadelphia, right? I still want to go to one of those, but I haven't been able to yet, but I do want to go one day. But I think this will be another spot for those kind of lands. So
there's actually a big scene in the Texas area for CS.
Really?
It's more of, smaller, like not at invite level, but a little bit below. But there's a lot of people. I know a lot of players over there in the Texas area, so they definitely would be looking forward to this.
Yeah, that's cool. So I think for the future trips, like in about a week's time, I'm going to French Polynesia. But if there was like a LAN or something, then I'd be down to go to that as well. So
let's make some lands up. I want more lands.
Yeah, me too.
I love lands. That's what I strive to do. I want to play LAN.
Yeah.
I don't like online. I have to.
Yeah,
but,
it's not ideal. Yeah, it's so different. Like even if you're playing with a bunch of friends at a LAN, I think the last one I went to was like 2 years ago now.
Wow.
In the UK, one of the iSeries.
Wait. How about those LANs at eSports Arena? Remember?
Oh crap! Yeah, actually, I went to Emily's one recently.
It's not really a LAN.
Yeah,
but it's like
it's a 20 man. She actually invited me to the next one, but I can't make it.
Invite me. I'm available.
Yeah.
Depends what day.
Invite the bears to the LAN.
I love LAN.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot. I've been playing a lot of CS to the point where people are starting to flame me because it's in that competitive edge. They think I'm the Bears, some kind of analyst or manager or something, coach, and just talk.
Yeah.
So I want to show myself. I want to prove myself to these guys.
In America, people don't talk so much smack. In the UK, I think the UK just has a habit of just giving it. So there's a lot of giving it from people. But in the US, not so much. It's just like, oh, is that real James Barlow for the most part?
There's talking smack, and then there's attacking your well-being. And in a lot of places, I get attacked in my well-being. Just my integrity of my life is just attacked.
The integrity of your life.
It hurts.
Wow. Well, do they know that you're a hand licker though?
No,
because
they don't.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, imagine if they did. Could be even worse.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah, the Bears has been known to lick hands at LAN to put off his opponent. Go to someone else's desk and lick their hand. I couldn't do it. I respect your, the competitive edge you have, but
You got to take whatever chance you can get to win to a certain degree. Okay, I took it. I took it beyond the degree. I crossed the line.
I think that's reasonable to say.
I crossed the line, guys. Don't do that. Don't cross the line.
Don't lick people's hands at LAN. God.
I don't even know if he washed his hand. Now that I think about it.
You have to assume no. It's LAN after all.
He's
going to wash their hands. Did it taste of something? Hand?
I think I remember tasting like copper or something like that.
Nice.
I don't know.
Right. The game is live, so we can spare you the hand-licking stories of Mr. Eric Stromberg for now.
Bring it out,
But, we've still got a few hours to go, so maybe there'll be more.
More hands? No.
I mean, was it just a one hand?
It was just one hand.
Okay. On the other hand, FaZe will be starting on the T side of Train. Carrigan's going to be the utility man. The P250 to be dropped for Nico, so he's got that extra range. Now, there is a player close to Pop Dog, which is Morel, so he will hear these players, and his teammate Neo will see these players, or some of them. A quick tag, and FaZe start to slow down. However, now we've got two players. Oh, Pasha! Hello, Pasha! He's just flanking. He cares not. And you still got Morels in the Pop Dog, so if they think, okay, let's try and go this way, it's not going to happen. Two players still waiting in B. And just in case, Mihu is gone for a flank in case they're falling back. But again, they've got the sound cues. Got a ball there towards Ivy as well. Guardian peeking, having picked up the P250 from Nico. Rain has got Pasha's P2000. And now they are very much contained. What do you do, FaZe? Are you waiting for somebody to make a mistake? Because you've got two in B. Oh, the P250!
Almost. That was a good move. I liked it.
At that range, it's got to be considerably inaccurate.
Yeah, you have to aim almost at the navel area for headshots because it's just so wild and random at that range.
And down they go. Well, that was successful. Shot to the face. Now Snatchy's in a flanking... Sorry, Mihu's in a flanking position. Two players in connector for the CTs, and Mihu's going to walk, so the bomb's probably going to go down. There's a fake that's buying time for Mihu as well. Neo continuing to get aggressive. Rain will pop ahead, but Mihu from the back with the USP will finish off the job. And there is pistol round number 7.
Yeah.
In a row for
every single pistol so far. And Pasha actually spawned with the keys this round, obviously, because he was right behind them,
yeah.
Hanging out. Like, where did he come from? Yeah, so VP's very impressive on their pistols today.
Very impressive indeed. I mean, that's... Yeah, that is, like, that cannot be understated, really. So many pistols.
Oh, they hit the ball. Made a bunch of noise. It's okay. Pasha didn't hear anything.
I think there are 2 of those balls which spawn randomly around the map. It'd be one thing if it was just in spawn.
Yeah.
But if they're like...
It's like middle of the hallway.
Yeah, I don't think that's... I really think that can compromise the integrity of a round, which should never be the case, especially in a game like Counter-Strike.
Is there even a soccer ball on this map originally?
No, just us 2 from what I know.
Yeah, that's what I've seen, but now there's one in every single map. The orange ball's on every single map.
There's 2 of them as well. And I have extra hate for it because it reminds me of really crappy footballs when I was a kid. Like when you didn't have the money to get a nice mitre football, you said that crap fly away.
Traumatized.
Yeah. Never a good day for tea with one of those things. The patches start coming off. Neo maybe outstaying his welcome because they're just going to run in and go take advantage of this, expecting him to be on his own spotting for information. And that's a really fast, reactive read from FaZe, and it might just give them a round. Moving through the B bomb site, indeed, Virtus.pro are saving immediately. They have been outmaneuvered. But hold their hands up and say, "All right, you've taken this round, FaZe."
Yeah, very nice explosive play by FaZe, completely catching Neo off guard. He did not expect all of them to be there that quickly. Although he kind of should expect some people to be in that area, but he gets taken out and puts his team in a very awkward spot when they're all stacked outside and FaZe is literally pushing up inside. So smart play by them saving. Even Michu with the submachine gun. You know, you never know when that can come in handy.
Yeah, it's got a great fire rate, the MP9.
It's my favorite submachine gun out of all the submachine guns.
Yeah, I quite like it. It has
so fast.
Good jumping accuracy as well. It's considerably better in jumping accuracy versus the other SMGs.
Yeah.
So there is some mileage to be had if you're avoiding being headshot on an eco round.
It's so good up close. It's so good up close. You just hold down mouse 1 and just aim in the chest area. That's all you gotta do is aim in this area and just headshot galore.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Got a grenade, a smoke grenade sailing in from Guardian to deny vision from stop sign into main, but Virtus.pro are getting aggressive. In fact, Miki's made his way into A main already. And that may have Snatchy make a more dedicated investment into this B bomb site as FaZe look for a fast round. Olofmeister moving back from the IV position, and indeed there's the Molotov to stop the cross. Neo though maybe playing too much with these grenades, not expecting somebody to run up sidewalk so far. If he had his gun out, this could be a very different run, but now Rain is looking over a smoking connector. The bomb still to be planted though, going for the default plant, even though they've got a player deep. Could have gone for the side plant, and it saved territory once again. Pasha with a pick of Olofmeister lurking in the train yards. And
looks like they're going to try to save again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of the CTs over there. And, you know, to talk about Neo in terms of his utility usage, you know, he kind of fell back more of a leader, support kind of role-ish. And I've seen this happen already. The maps that we've seen him have is so far that he's made a lot of mistakes in terms of using too much of his utility. And what I mean by that, that round is a really good example. He tossed a Molotov behind the pop dog, which is good, but then he tossed his smoke, which allows that, it hands information to FaZe. Hey, I'm still here. Look, I just pulled out my nade. Come wide swing me. And so you kind of have to have a balance. If your team is relying on your nades, don't feel like it's always automatic. You always have to throw your nades all the time. Because sometimes the kill is better than, you know, tossing a flash or a smoke in that kind of situation. Because if Neo got the kill instead of tossing extra smoke, as you said, the round could have been way different and maybe more in favor of Virtus.pro.
Guardian has FPS lag, which is why there's a technical pause. That can be annoying. I sometimes find, like, if you have an app which is not just open, but like not minimized in the background, it can give you FPS lag, and you know, some things you can minimize to tray.
Yeah.
Some of those things can give you FPS lag sometimes.
Yeah, can be, but I kind of figure that these pro teams would all have supercomputers. So I'm interested in what kind of FPS lag you'd have gotten, you know, with these supercomputers. And you have to be able to stream on these computers.
Where is Morel's off to? This does not look like a very good round for Virtus.pro at all. Mihi with 2 frags doing his best. Pack's got to jump on 1 player, but Karrigan's there with the Krieg. Love me some Krieg, 100% armor penetration. It's more accurate than the AK as well.
For the first bullet, right? Not on the spray?
Well, the spray is different.
I can't spray with that gun.
But it's not that hard, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but let's see how this plays out. We'll talk about it some more. Neo will be heard running away by Olofmeister, although he's in fact faked it. And he sent Olofmeister towards CT spawn. He has sprung himself a trap, avoiding both the flashes. Now, is he brave enough to just walk out? Olofmeister, will he see him? He's turning the corner just in time. Somehow survives Olofmeister. There's plenty of time here. So who has position? Olofmeister being really careful now. When you peek from close to the train, your legs will concede your position first sometimes, depending on the angle. On the train now, trying to force him away with the HE grenade. Neo trying to make it to E-box perhaps, as they continue to dance.
Ooh.
Very patient bursting from Neo, very patient. That is round number 3 for Virtus.pro.
Very good move, and I like the decoy nade in Z as he was kind of lurking, because then it kind of masses. Footsteps a little bit, makes it, he's think maybe he just tossed decoy and fell back, I don't know. I like the mind games from Neo, and very well played 1-on-2. Giving Virtus.pro that round 1, and good Pasha biceps, auto shotty.
Yeah, they don't really have all the money in the world, VP, so they have to make up for it by getting the close quarters weapons, the MP9, the auto shotgun, which has improved spread of the shells.
It has pretty long range.
Yeah.
I've been shot across the map with that gun.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Mihi will spot one of the 2 players. Maybe not that good long range. Snatchy on the side of an AWP. Rain stopped in exactly the right place for him. 3 players remain. One is behind him though, but there's a bomb planter being covered from the IV position by Guardian. Oh, the timing just looks away at the wrong time, but will he spot Nico? Indeed he will. And now Guardian remains 1 versus 3. And it looks like he might be saving with a minute on the clock.
Very interesting lack of cover. Oh, Guardian gets a kill on Mora's.
Weirdly enough, maybe he goes for it now because, again, there's just so much time on the clock. 1 versus 2. Even if he walks to Pop Dog, he may walk beyond Pop Dog. Such a risk now with Snatchy moving into that position.
Yeah, he doesn't have much time left. Oh, there's the ball.
Ooh. Oh my God.
What the?
These bulls, honestly. Oh, he was so close. He was so close. I don't know about these bulls, man.
They're just everywhere.
I'm getting
them,
more and more triggered every time I see them.
But that was a weird plant by Faze. There's no cover for the bomber. And Guardian the Ivy kind of in his own realm, and then they allow Snatchy to keep re-peeking from the bomb train. And I was looking at Faze, and they had some utility left over. There's a flash, they had Molotov. Maybe not the best time to use it, but at least some cover. He's holding kind of out in his angle when I plant the bomb. Faze though, force buying. I'm gonna try to work on this inside. They found their success from hitting inside from earlier. I'm gonna try to replicate this as they line up for their nades. Nades galore coming out. Pacha getting the kill taken out by Olaf. Neo trying to support him out, but Faze is gonna try to run him down before he can regroup.
Ooh, they're lining up for Snatchy. Spots the second one there. That bomb really needs to go down though. Default plant. You want to have a side plant in this kind of situation, but it's not safe to do so, especially with CTs up the trains. Nico and Olaf Meister remain, and now it's just Olaf Meister. How much damage can he do? Not much. Pasha, the only man to get picked off. Bomb plant was a bonus for Faze, surely in that round. Virtus.pro was their 3rd round win in a row. Only 1 player lost. I think they'll be happy with that.
Put the bomb down. Still a little awkward on money. Let's see what they buy though. They probably won't because they want utility, they want rifles, maybe AWP for the next round.
Five to 2.
Neo, they've been stepping up a lot since the Inferno match.
Yeah, that was the last map would have been a nice warm-up for him. Not shy at all is Morels. Juicy Deagle though, does he go for it? Looks like he wants to. So I have to make do with position at present. Again, these eco rounds today have been quick. 2 players remain. Guardian, fan of the flip knife. Now the bomb plant is not likely because Neo is in position. And there we go. No one lost a VP. And Faze move yet closer to max loss bonus once again.
AWP on Guardian. Nico didn't buy yet. Going with rifle Kerrigan, sticking to the trusty SG. Morels keeping his MP9. Alright. Maybe going to play that close E-box ladder position like he's been doing. Fazo, they're going to opt to take control of inside because it's been working for them. They've been very successful, but get chunked by that nade. Whoa. That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage indeed. Bells being run. Neo has to jump on these players. Silence them 4. Sure they can communicate where he is now, but he has support as well. The MP9 doing work, some nice bursts. 2 versus 4 for Faze. They're just not fragging enough players at this point, and indeed, there is the old familiar foe. Maximum loss bonus. Lost 5 in a row for at least a 3rd time versus Virtus.pro.
Please call a timeout. I'm waiting for Faze to call a timeout. I know you don't have a coach there, but you have people that play the game. You have Kerrigan, who was in game leader. You have people like Olaf Meister who have a lot of experience. I mean, the whole team is just filled with experience. Just someone just call a timeout, reset, regroup. Let's talk it over. Ice the kicker, right? Ice the kicker.
Yeah, I mean, it serves even to just break momentum for Virtus.pro as well, or try to, at least.
Yeah.
On pistols once again. Maybe this entire round is a timeout for Faze. Double peek attempt, nothing doing for Pasha. Still peeking though, got to be really careful. Nice pre-5 from him.
Orange ball.
The ball again.
Why is it there?
The gap. Ooh, hello.
What?
Well, Rain and Carrigan remain. And VP are building so much money because they have lost so few players in these rounds. Most rounds recently they seem to have lost one player at most. So they've got plenty of cash. And they've got 8 of 10 rounds.
VP. Different team today. I love it.
There are 5 rounds remaining. They've got money for 3 of those 5 rounds at the very least. So this doesn't look good for FaZe. Even if they win 1 round to avoid a reset, it's not going to be easy.
Not at all, especially with the double upside by Virtus.pro. FaZe is going to have to get some early picks against them, or maybe try to do a smoke execute, make it harder for VP to retake a bomb site.
And it begins. Down the ladder, into the hands of Morels. He'll be naded into oblivion, but 4 on 3, off angle from Miyu, very nice from him, moves into a different position, and Nico can't find him up top. Nico's exposed up top. He will get a kill onto Snatchy, however, still in the red, not dead. Teasing Miyu, Guardian searching for something in the meantime, and now Neo's in the pop, and that is the round over. 2 players taken out for Virtus.pro, but they won't be too concerned with that. 9-2, and well, FaZe could buy in this round. They'd have next to no grenades.
They have to buy. They have to buy.
Ooh, there's a timeout you're looking for.
Oh, there we go. And to take a what from the, they did that the last round. That they attempted a wall of smokes, but there's no flashes over the wall. Rain peaked before any smoke even popped, so he got off immediately. So like stuff like this is a little bit amateurish, where I don't know if FaZe is just too relaxed after winning tournament. Maybe they just partied over the weekend, maybe not played any CS, and so they're a little rusty. I don't know what it is, but you know, you generally do want to see some flashbangs with the smokes, maybe throw some Molotovs. They're just getting outrun so hard by VP. VP's doing a great job doing the angles, crossfires, baiting each other and working together.
This jump peek is crazy from Morels. You don't see that from any other players.
You don't, because usually people are like flashing and nading down there. It's interesting. I'm gonna actually try that out. Like those ladders to see how it works. If it works at the lower levels.
Again, there's no respect for the main position. Morels will fall to the HE grenades with the follow-up from Carrigan. But in the meantime, Pasha is with the AWP in main. He won't spot a second player there. He's able to fall back. They won't go after that kill. You never know if a trap has been laid, although Nico will get there eventually. Minute 9 on the clock, and Nico's starting to emerge. But as you can see, Neo is boosted with an off angle. So Neo goes wide and doesn't even see it coming. Still alive though, but Pasha's here with the 5-7. He's been hurt now, running all over the place. Nico's been naded into oblivion. Now he comes back with that AWP. Looks like they'll attempt a double peek and bait, but Rain will get taken out, and there's no response possible for Olofmeister. This is turning into disaster for FaZe. Looking good for double figures for Virtus.pro. Using the smoke to create some space, trying to jump towards main, but it's not one, but 2 players here. More HE grenades. Olofmeister can't see anything. Dies in a smoke. I mean, when do you see FaZe struggle like this?
It's been a while, at least, because you know when they lose their matches, it's pretty close. Like I looked at their stats, and their losses aren't that bad usually. It's usually by a couple rounds. You know, they've been playing pretty decent. Even if they lose, it's still close. But they're getting manhandled by VP. But VP's playing very nice. And one thing that VP's doing another timeout. Something that VP is doing so well is map control. Pasha taking mid by himself with an AWP. Very risky, but it pays off. Round before that, I think it was Snatchy towards the Ivy area, or Michu, like pushed all the way Ivy, and so they knew that Pace was for sure hitting inside. So like a lot of little map control by VP is really helping them win a lot of these rounds. You know, they're in these awkward spots, and it's catching Pace off guard a lot more than it should have.
Well, the second timeout from FaZe has elapsed, and at this point, 5 rounds is still possible. This round, of course, is unlikely, but they've 1 round of less. Grenades streaming in, trying to deny vision from the CT. Smokes will cut the map in half diagonally, but there's no smoke towards Ivy. Does generally take longer to deploy, but the numbers game is there, so they've pulled him out of position, but Mihu is here to support that back train, so it's still not working out for them. Now, Morels and Mihu are quite low. Now maybe there could be some variance. Olaf Meister going for the flick. In the meantime, Nico's flanking. There's one red player dead. Looking for more deagle kills, not happening, and Olaf Meister will get traded. The frags at this point, I believe, are inconsequential, with only 2 rounds remaining, because as you can see, Mihu's got $16,000, so it's just about winning rounds. That's it.
Yeah, Mihu, that was very, like, I'm watching the I'm like, we can see the whole map, and I'm still confused how Michu somehow ended up behind him in Ivy, because you saw on this Pasha's screen where they all just hopped out Ivy, and Michu somehow came up from behind them in Ivy, so I don't know if, like, walked in smoke behind him. A lot of risky plays by VP, but they're all paying off.
Yeah, now there's a 2-man push towards the Ivy position. Pasha with the AWP. Nobody spotting this for the time being. The grenades are streaming in towards main, so this is going to be a weird flank. The bomb's been dropped in the meantime. That will delay things. And now they've got to be careful on this flank. In fact, Mihi will be left there. Pasha back towards Ivy with area control. Guardian still scoping in main. Heard by Mihu. Does he look for the second player? There is no second player anymore. Guardian mercilessly taken down. No knife, no nonsense. Just finish off the round and done. 12-2 for Virtus.pro, moving into the last round of the first half.
What can FaZe do? I don't know. I mean, VPs. This is not the same VP. They're playing phenomenal.
Double snipers continue for VP. The Krieg for Carrigan. Barely anybody, well, no one above 7 kills for FaZe in these 15 rounds so far. Nico will make it to 8. Spots one player up the ladder. Goes for it, but Pasha's there as well. Ivy still under the control of the CTs for now. Mihu there, looking around with his AK. Guardian with an off angle. Mihu falling back. So if Guardian peeks, Mihu would have a slight advantage. Snatchy caught with a grenade in his hand. Mihu on the corner, and that's that. 13-2 for Virtus.pro. What the hell is going on?
Well, if you're going to rush outside with only 1 smoke and maybe a flash against double off setup, you're going to have a bad time.
I suppose you are.
Like, where's the E-box smoke? Where's the Molotov behind green train? Where's the flashes over? You know, because we saw Kerrigan rush outside, which is, you know, it can be done. It's viable. It works. But there's only 1 smoke. And it's just like, it's literally one Kerrigan versus the world as he's rushing outside facing against 3 VP people just trying to mow him down. And can do it. Can Virtus.pro get the perfect pistol?
Yeah, this is the last one for them to collect today. Sending 3 players towards Ivy. Perhaps the bomb has been spotted. Nico having a look. There's a crossfire here for the CT. No one's got a frag just yet. Nico goes down. There goes Carrigan as well. Doesn't seem like it's FaZe's day. The numbers continue. Rain down to 1 HP, taking one in the face immediately. Guardian takes one in the face. He's gone as well. Olaf Meister 1 versus 5. He takes one in the face. He's down to 1 HP. He's gone as well. 14-2.
8-0.
This is crazy.
That's a tweet. I'm going to tweet that one out. 8-0 pistol. Impressive. Because pistols are usually, you know, a little random sometimes. But 8-0, that's a little consistency.
Yeah,
that's 100%.
That is consistency for sure. 8 of 8 pistol rounds for Virtus.pro. Now, they have been reset on more than one, again, after more than 1 pistol today.
They have. Against Astralis, mainly, I think.
And on FaZe in the second half last game as well.
That's true.
Which gave them a few rounds before it was finally put to rest. Now, will the same happen here? 14-2. I think it was 14-1 going into the second half of the previous map. And it begins. The reset begins. Olaf Meister has got the high ground advantage. Nico over 1 Deeg. No answer, no response from VP. No map control. No nothing. Olaf Meister's been taken out though. 3 AK-47s left over for VP, so perhaps this is still doable, but there are so many close quarters angles. Rain finds a gift. May even favor the Caesar at that range, to be honest.
Get Get the extra money as well.
Pasha to collect the bomb. Area control from Faze. Does he just stay here? VP teams will look to clear the B bomb site, or will they maybe go... Oh, spotted surely. Or will they go towards A, because Pasha's still waiting in main, so maybe it's a fake. They've pulled 3 of the 4 players over now, but they've both been wrecked by Guardian. And now Pasha trying to smoke off the main area. Just about get his gun out in time, but surely Nico's going to get too close to the connector position. Bomb planted, 9 HP for Pasha. Spotted one of these players, has to take him out immediately, but he can't. And we might just see some upgrades here. 2 AKs collected. Nico can delay this plant to allow Carrigan to get a better gun. There we go.
Rather than shoot windows.
Yeah, seems he's happy with the scout.
Shooting off screwdrivers, why not? Be a gun somewhere, right?
I mean, there is mileage to be had with the scout in the next round. There we go, the reset once more.
Virtus.pro and opt to save. They will buy next round. We're gonna get 1900, so they'll probably be around the 4K mark if they don't get any kills. It's gonna be a barn burner rush, kind of alley split outside. Faze though, getting the 2 kills or 3 kills, 4-on-2 situation.
Yeah, I think the worst is over for Faze for this round anyway. 2 rounds from 10 for Virtus.pro before Faze tie the score. 2 rounds from 10. Will the executes have more success?
VP though, they are very low on utility. I mean, they do have 4 smokes, which is great, but they have only 1 Molotov and about 4 flashes, 5 flashes. See what they can do, and VP going with their almost traditional, let's take 2 Ivy. Rain and Olaf getting information. My point, pushing up on the inside. But Pasha still gets a kill on Kerrigan, even though FaZe knows that they're going to be working the spot.
That's why Pasha is the X factor. Oh, the boost, he sees him immediately, but he is completely exposed while jumping. The spray from Nico, running out of bullets, he's got to fall back. Guardian can bait him now. He can look in the right place at the right time, but they are spreading all over the place, VP. They've got control of Ivy, creeping into the angle, seeing Guardian on the site. That's not a good point for VP, and they'll be on the point of his gun. Guardian with 2 kills to his name in this round, leaving Morels. He's been spotted. 1 versus 3. He's got time to play with. Doesn't really have great position. 5 HP, not great either. Spots the player jumping, and down he goes. No fit from Guardian. Another round in the bag.
Good round by Guardian, but also good round by Nico by staying alive, tossing utility, making space for Guardian to kind of just sit back and forth here with his AWP. Credit to Nico, that support play by him. Virtus.pro, saving their money. Probably surprised they don't buy like a P250. You know, the people that are rifling. You get a 3-round loss bonus. You could still buy full set utility nades for the next round. So, you know, you always want to get like maybe P250 or something. Maybe a nade.
Nice. Nice. Quick in and quick out.
Snatchy gonna go with the AWP, I think. No, gonna go rifle. So 5 rifle. Continuation here. This time they're allowed to get full utility. So you look at all the leftover money on their side, $500, $600, $700. That's a chance for the round before they should have bought a little extra more. Buy a nade, buy a utility, or a light pistol.
Alright then. Round number 21. You're wondering, yes, you can spray through that wall even with an AK. Don't need a bigger weapon. Smoke goes deep for Pasha, which denies information for FaZe. Molotov in return to keep control of the area.
Nice Molotov by Kerrigan. I like that.
Very nice. And he will hold from a common position. He has a scoped weapon. So sometimes you'll see someone in front of this brown train actually, just here, but now he's been smoked off. He doesn't have the elevated position to see over the smoke, and now Pasha is causing massive problems for the CTs. They're running in from CT spawn. Guardian's good for it though.
He's too smart.
But has anyone else breached? That is a question. Now here's some running around the main position. Rain getting very cheeky. Sees Miu jumping past, and there's another frag. 5 versus 3. No answer just yet. Neo trying to do the same as the bomb dropped, and this is falling to pieces for Virtus.pro. Morale's the second lurker around the Ivy position, but now he's alone. Doesn't last very long. Shot in the back by Guardian, and FaZe have just halved the score of Virtus.pro.
FaZe not out of it yet. Clawing their way back. Virtus.pro though. They could buy. It's 1 second left. They call timeout. Can do anything. They're gonna go with the safe route in pistol armor. What the? Why are they getting pistol armor? That's very interesting. You know, you have the max loss bonus. You're gonna get about 3,400 next time. Everyone's gonna be sitting around 6,500. That's a lot of money. It's a little excess.
Yeah. Off Neo goes through the smoke. The tech line, okay. That is some range. I'm still not a believer. It's not Neo, so I won't try to use it. The bomb's been lost now. Lofmeister looking to the high ground, but there's another one on the low. And Miku's on the way as well. Got to go before the smoke disappears. It will ruin the Molotov for the CTs, but they're closing in now. The bomb plant isn't so key, since they're a max loss bonus anyway, although if you plant the bomb every round, you're guaranteed 4,200 at this point, so it means you can buy every round. More buys, more chances to win. Again, that angle from Morels, his leg to be spotted before he sees any of Nico. Easy pre-fire for him. And now FaZe are 6 rounds behind, having won 6 rounds? I want to say, yeah. 6 rounds in a row this half so far.
Yep, 6 rounds in a row.
Well then, 2 AWPs on a T side for Virtus.pro. Worked for a time on Cash. Will it prove successful on Train? 2 scopes for FaZe as well, though one is the AUG of Kerrigan. Having a look around. Sharing the pallet. Neo looking for some info.
Oh, that was a nice shot by Guardian on Michu.
I believe he spotted a second player.
They heard the op shot for sure, so they know. Who's in the area? Pasha though, trying to work this Ivy, gets a shot in Guardian. What else to expect? The second op to be there that quick, and just like that, Pasha just opens up Ivy like a cantaloupe.
Pulling players away. Olofmeister in a very key position. He heard the scope, but that's Snatchy in the shower area, so Olofmeister conceded his position.
Nade to 0 damage.
Yeah. But he has some time. Neo now in the pop dog. What do they make of the scope sound? Molotov, they know Olofmeister's lurking somewhere. Neo starts to crawl out, so it seems they will show presence towards A and start to head towards B. A long rotation for Rain. Investigative HE grenade from Nico. That will find nothing.
Oh, look at this flank by Olaf. So gutsy.
Pasha seemed to have an inkling. Maybe he heard something. Some pre-fire from Olofmeister. And this has fallen to pieces of Virtus.pro. It was a 4-on-3.
Wow.
And they get not a single kill.
That flank from Olaf was the playmaker. That's the MVP kind of plays that you have to make. And he did it.
Made everybody freeze, especially when you've got Pasha making plays like this through the smoke with the second entry on Ivy. And then everyone just gets stuck and the positions work out very nicely for FaZe. 5 rounds now. Snatchy on the scouts. Grenades flying into the A side. Looks like it'll be a fast one. Trading to start off. Ooh. Oh, that's a great shot, but the trades continue. Kerrigan with the scope now. Nico moving near the hell position. Snatchy, what on earth was that? 3 versus 2, quick reloads, and now it is Kerrigan versus the world. Versus the remainder of Poland, really. see the legs? No, Morels will spot him first. Snatchy will soon be visible as well. And just like that, they frag out, just run into the A-bomb site with a scout in tow. Nice upgrades towards the end, and it's 15-9.
Yeah, very different change of pace by VP, and it pays off handsomely. Lack of utility in the middle from Faze. I don't think they expected them to rush out middle that quick, but they should have, because there's a lot. VP was tossing a whole bunch of utility over the middle, smokes, flashes. You know, you got to have a nade, a Molotov towards team middle. Like, I mean, you have so much money. Well, they did have so much money. There's no reason not to throw at least one of those 2 nades. You know, slow it down, split up the team. If you toss that Molotov at the base of team middle, it splits up the team a little bit, you know, cause a little chaos. The Faze, when they make mistakes at this level, teams are going to capitalize it, even teams like VP.
Match point Virtus.pro, though if they lose this round, there is no more loss bonus for them, and Faze may not feel so far away. So a world of opportunity awaits Faze if they can prove successful in this particular round. A cheeky peek from near, nothing doing just yet. And stereo frags for Virtus.pro. Guardian answering back with 1 shot. Got a T towards the E-box. Molotov coming his way though. Maybe boosts up soon, I think. Karrigan holding Ivy for now, which will make it harder to plant the bomb. Minute 25. 2 versus 3. All of a sudden, Faze are back in control. Olofmeister's boost is very important. Trajectory will tell him where one of these players is. The pipes will help him avoid the flashbang. Still looking to the other side of the train. There is Pasha. And last play towards E-box. That is worst case scenario for Virtus.pro. They didn't get enough kills. Their lost bonus is shots. They could eco 1 round and buy next, I think. But
they should save. I think they should save and buy next round. I mean, it's going to be a little weird buy, but I don't know. I mean, either way, it's going to be either double save or you buy next round and save. So I think that's what they're going to do. Olaf would play that actually pretty smart by not peeking on top of the Z area. I like that.
Trying to use the numbers advantage.
There you go, use the scope.
On the other side of a Molotov, not much advantage. Snatchy and Mihu. This can count, any kill counts here. You can see the money is not great for Faze. If they could get another kill here, that would be fantastic. Although Faze with 2 AWPs might not be so easy. Flashbang hitting his teammate. And there we go, it will be just the 1 frag for VP, and Faze are only 4 rounds away.
So VP should know that Faze has 2 ops. So I would like to see like inside take, just mass smokes, flashes, push up the lanes, and just use like 5 people 1 area, make them retake with 2 bomb sites, or with 2 AWPs. Or maybe at least a wall of smoke strat or something. Like I want to see something where you make it awkward for the AWPs. You know, it's very awkward for AWPs to retake a bomb site.
Down ladder, up the ladder. Shots towards Pop, I think. Look at all this mist. Oh, it's a smoke. Because it wasn't like, I was like, wait, is
It's a
this
steam room.
a thing?
We should add a steam room. That'd be pretty cool in this game. Have
I
like
love
a
steam rooms. I'd just camp in there all day. Steam room's my favorite place in the world.
I haven't been to one in a long time. I did hot yoga. It's kind of like steam room. Very hot, moist.
After the shot, Snatchy tries to, no, Pasha tries to walk up, Snatchy holding the angle. That hasn't worked out. Double peek will just about. 32 HP though, susceptible to grenades. Morels will fall back after claiming the map control, but I guess they saw it on the def cam the way Olofmeister's casually walking in there. Looking for info is Snatchy, but Guardian will deny it. And this looks like a good round for Faze. You start to wonder if we're going to head to overtime.
Well, I said earlier quadruple overtime, but I was kind of joking. But, I mean, with that half that VP had earlier, you'd think that they'd run away with this, but Faze showed a lot of tenacity. Mishu getting 1 kill, again 2 kills at the E-box, now turning a 4-on-2 into 1-on-2, and he plants the bomb, or fake plants it. And we'll try to wait for Olaf. Olaf not bite on the fake, playing it smart. Nico really far away from anything. But doesn't matter. Faze looks like he's going to play a retake, but this is very good for Michu. 1-on-2 situation. He knows that one has a lot of HP. And
Oh dear.
double naded and taken out. Very good utility work by Faze.
That's one way to do it.
Bringing it to 12-15. Faze coming back.
3 rounds now. 3 more rounds.
Can they do it?
And again, we see Karrigan is fragging just as much as everybody else, which again I think is underestimated on the FaZe clan team. Easy to point fingers, but it's often in there fragging as everyone else is. 2 players will start towards the B bomb site for FaZe. Virtus.pro, again, they planted a bomb, but their loss bonus has not what it used to be, so they're still on eco.
And they opted to get a bunch of utility instead of armor, because they had enough money to either get pistol armor or pistol utility.
I like the utility.
I do too, especially a map like on this map where you need a smoke off lat choke points, you need flashbang and Molotovs.
It does help you get closer and cause more variance. A hopeful HE will land on Pasha's feet and leave him with 33 HP. Molotovs for more area control, and the sprays continue. Rain having a look-see. Karrigan, that does really feel Call of Duty, doesn't it, when you watch it? Scope and unscope like that. Rails has made his way forward, but no plant for him. 2 rounds now for Virtus.pro. If they can at least plant the bomb in this round, it will make a hell of a lot of difference in the last one, but I'm sure they want to be successful here.
Yeah, you definitely want, if you were to lose, you want to plant and then lose, and so you can be able to buy comfortably the next round with head armor, utility, and whatnot. VP, they should know that these guys are double up, and now they decide to go with the inside strat. But maybe FaZe is already caught onto this.
Look where the ball is. That's ridiculous. It's up on the platform up top. Anyway, we'll see if Olofmeister can hold things down. Guardian trying to watch the cross, but he takes out sidewalk instead. Maybe throwing a grenade, but a bomb will get planted. Miyu dropping a smoke, and that will give him some space to move back as well. But he can't really see much, can't really help his teammates take some shots. Snatchy moving to the high ground. Molotovs, Pasha moving behind the smoke. Rain trying to avoid the flashbang, not quite working out for him. Miyu still can't see anything. And the frags continue for VP. Pasha running through the smokes. The Molotov, sorry. And now we're down to Miyu, 7 HP, and they made a mistake. Oh, the Molotov, he saw the smoke bouncing there, and there's time for the defuse.
God. Snatchy TK'd his teammate.
Oh, did he? I didn't even see that.
He TK'd his teammate. I think he killed Pasha. That's why VP lost the round, because Snatchy killed Pasha.
Oh dear.
That was a round that Virtus just blundered away.
Well, again, what a difference a bomb plant makes.
And again, like, where's the smokes? Like, they take inside, there's no smokes anywhere. They know they're double offing. You can't just wide swing offers, especially a Guardian or a Nico. I'm not going to wide swing them. Are you?
Hell no.
Why are they doing it?
Olofmeister, what is he holding? A Molotov. Expectant maybe of a faster play, and we do have T streaming up top. Just trying to ignore Olofmeister. The bomb's fallen down now. They've got to cross the path of Guardian. Rather you than me. The flashbang hasn't quite done the job. The bomb's still at the bottom of the ladder, and the CTs are advancing. Virtus.pro focusing on elimination, and Neo's been lost in the meantime. The bomb's still at the bottom of the ladder. Nico spotting Snatchy just about through the flames, and the bomb's still on the floor. There's a smoke grenade next to Pasha, but he may have to extend just a little too far. Does Guardian come up on the radar though? Well, he's changed position anyway. Pasha looking for something. Again, there's a smoke to his right-hand side, and now it's Miyu to try and stop overtime. He knows roughly where Guardian is. There's Nico, hasn't been able to kill him either. And there it is. Wow. The comeback is real from 14-2 to 15 apiece.
That was probably one of the biggest comebacks I've seen, and that's really, wow. The T side as well, or sorry, CT side. It's still pretty impressive. And now Virtus.pro probably kicking themselves. They thought they probably had the game won. Just needed a couple more rounds. Now FaZe is back in. This is where FaZe is dangerous. You can't let FaZe get back in the game. Now their fire's burning. Now they're hungry. Now the pressure's on VP.
Absolutely. They have not had much success at all on their T side Virtus.pro. Well, same can be said for both teams, but starting on the T side is not what you want to do if that's the case. You want that momentum, those high win percentages of the CT side. Carrigan in a forward position, not taking too much damage, and now he's been spotted jumping into the corner. Will they take the bait? Yes, they will, walking straight into it, but not getting shot by the AWP. Nico will be frustrated with that miss. 4 AWPs on the server. Once he gets wiped out in this round, then there's no bomb plant. If the T's, for example, get wiped out, then that's going to be very costly indeed. Guardian starting things off, spotted an elbow, went for a flick, didn't quite hit the mark there. Not much else is happening for Virtus.pro, Snatchy moving forward, but this is not an ideal situation to be in, as evidenced. So close to the corner, he can't see Guardian coming. 2 unanswered frags, 45 seconds on the clock, no map control. They haven't gone through any choke point, Virtus.pro.
Guardian just taking away with his AWP, really coming out in these last half and over T. Pasha trying to make his way over here. Guardian with another kill on Michu. Pasha not hitting the shot, and Rain cleaning up on Pasha, making 16-5. Faze looking pretty unstoppable.
That is not ideal. So much money in the bin.
Virtus.pro, what do you do? Keep telling them, do wall smoke strat. They still haven't really done it. On the gun round, at least, they haven't done it. They throw one smoke and then attack with guns, but then pistols, they do wall smoke, so I don't know. It's like,
now he's hitting the flicks.
there we go.
Well-timed smoke from Carrigan. Not expecting Pasha to be running through, but this time he's able to draw his gun out and get the kill. Trade through the smoke, but the CT still have position. Guardian is still there if he needs to. No one's in main to try to make inroads. Man disadvantage. Quick peek from Neo, nothing doing there. And we've got Lovemeister flanking from B as well. If VP don't plant the bomb, they'll have nothing to fight with in the next round. It will probably be a 0-3 half for them. And that will be 3 match points too many. FaZe have so much position because of Lovemeister. Pop flash, Rain eats it, down Neo goes with the bomb no less. That is a crazy win for him. Guardian tagging but not fragging. 2 plays left for Virtus.pro. Around the box and lining up for him now. And don't forget that flank from Lovemeister. Not needed because Nico is there. 2 wipeouts for VP, and look at the money. It is in the absolute toilet. It's stuck in the U-bend.
The Guardian Nico show. And they're on fire with the AWP. I mean, that's what helped FaZe win. The epicenter was Nico. He was offing a lot, and he was doing really, really well. That shows that he can bust out the AWP anytime. He's a very capable hyper player. Guardian looks like that shot connected, but did not.
CS goad maybe. Now the auto sniper is out for Rain. Expecting Bedlam. I think he may have fired off 1 shot, but not enough. Carrigan there to clean up. 2 versus 2. This is such a much needed round for VP. They've got to take something out of this half. Nico creeping through hell. Lovemeister in connector. It is a CT sandwich. The radar will be faster for Neo, it seems. Oh, and there's Nico. Quick second look. And now the bomb is on the floor. A smoke has been dropped, though. Maybe on the bomb, because he didn't get to throw it. That might help Pasha, if that is the case. He knows roughly where Nico was. He could make a run towards the B bomb site, and it seems he will do that. I think Nico may have heard him. The knife is out, the Molotov is on the floor. And the plant for connector. And he walks. But where does he walk? Nico is so close. If he scopes in once, there's a fair... He has to assume Pasha will hear him. Pasha moving to default. Now Nico needs to check all the channels, make sure he's not towards oil. There he is, Pasha just out in the open in the reds. And the Molotov, he knows he's legged him, he knows he can't peek from that position. Checking the high train now, but Pasha's moved past the angle. He's towards oil. He's given him the slip, and he's not going to check in time. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Even now, oh, Pasha's non-believer. He's had a quick look, and he's not even going to take the fight. He knows he's won the round now.
What a play. That was actually a really smart 1v1 by pushing up on the oil. But again, Nico had a smoke. He had some flashes. Maybe he should have smoked the bomb, tapped a little bit. Forced Posh should have kind of spammed, gave away his spot a little earlier. Nico was pretty cautious. He had the right to be coming out Z, but after that, you know, he could have maybe smoked and bring out Pasha, because in that situation, Pasha has a huge advantage. And I mean, you have utility, might as well use it a little bit. Bait him out.
Much needed round for Virtus.pro. Now they move back to the CT side, which was so successful, but that was so long ago. Can they pick up their momentum where they left off in normal time on their CT side? Hot flashes for Rain to make his way past. May have been seen by Neo, but I don't think he was spotted. Mew picked off by Guardian. Pasha fancying himself a look, and the tease will leave Olofmeister in situ in case of an aggressive play later on. We know VP aren't shy for an aggressive play. Having lost a man now, what do they want to do about this? Pasha moving through the Molotov, scoping in and delivering the kill. 4 HP. Absolutely ridiculous, but much needed play from him. Faze continuing to move towards the B bomb site now. And we see there are 2 players lying in wait, and Morels is rotating as well, with Pasha holding an angle towards Popdog. So that can afford them 3 players towards B. Snatchy holding the high ground, Morel spotting Neo with the off angle towards default so that he can let them pass. There's the first shot, Karrigan moving in as well. Didn't even know where he got shot from. Neo going huge on the B bomb site, but now it's a 2 versus 2. The HE will land on Karrigan's noggin, take half of him away, but he's got angles towards oil, pulling their flashbang out, and that may cost him his life. Can't get to the angle on time with the scope. Now Nico with a Molotov, the bomb is default. There is a smoke on Pasha, however, so he can't rely on this. Trying to pick the right time.
Oh, he missed the Molotov.
And there it is. It's been smoked off already. Pasha's holding the angle. He's missed the shot though. Oh, Nico prioritized Pasha instead of Morels. And there is a defuse. We're tied up.
That was a huge kill by Nico because he killed the Opper on Pasha. Now Pasha has to rebuy an op, and with the 10K max money for OT, that adds up. Look, he has $100 right now instead of like 6,000.
Yeah. It makes a hell of a difference.
This is E-box smoke by Nico. I like it. I'm a fan of that. That's the smoke I love to toss. Good wall of smokes. Very good against double op setup. But they're going to fake it. They're going to say, hey, look at our smokes. Come over here. Come outside. Come hang out with me. Olaf, I'm out here.
Big frag from Olofmeister. One of these teams needs to win both of these rounds now. There's Neo focus on sidewalk. Previously, I think it was him who got caught with a smoke in his hand, and it again doesn't really work out. Picking a different option, but FaZe just overwhelmed the site, and with the money on Virtus.pro, they've got to save. They have to hold on to this AWP.
They have to save, and they have a kid at Michu and a good amount of utility, so he'll be able to drop a rifle next round if he stays alive, which would be pretty big. Fortunately, I don't think Pasha will be able to drop anything. So either Neo, probably Neo's gonna force buy what he can, give the gun to Snatchy. Even though Neo's having a good game, I feel like he'd be the guy that give the gun to the young one.
Just throwing the kitchen sink down Ivy, our FaZe. Don't pick Pasha. Oh my god, that's so cheeky.
The clincher.
Yeah, now what can they really pull out of the bag here? They didn't have a lot. They're just defending for more overtime, but I don't know that they really will necessarily have all the tools for the job. 4 rifles out so far. We'll see what Neo has to play with. The UMP, not ideal, but they've got the smokes. They've got a lot of Molotovs as well, so they have got the right tools for the job for the most part. They've prioritized the correct stuff. Nico going for a cheeky pick. There's a flashbang over the top from his teammate, so he will take position. See a CT jumping over, and he knows that chance has come and gone now. Pasha spotted on top of red. Is this one he wants to go for? He can get another flashbang from his teammate, but he's fallen off, and well, Nico will get there eventually, both hunting for each other. Not sure if Pasha knew he was exposed. In the meantime, Olofmeister's crept all the way up Ivy, and they're not prepared for this. I think it's the end. Looks like FaZe's comeback might be complete. 5 versus 3. Morel's hiding on the corner of the smoke. Surely he is done for. Snatchy from Connector will hold his 6 for a time being. Maybe he has an angle on Guardian. They're fighting back now, 3 versus 2 CTs. Neo on the train of the UMP. Olofmeister moving away from Ivy. There goes Neo. Quick shot from Snatchy. Accidentally smokes himself off. Jump through to his doom.
Wow.
And there it is, 19-17. FaZe win in overtime.
VP, even though they did pretty well, and I'm sure they're probably more upset though, because they had potentially 2 games they could have won today. One against Astralis, and then one here against FaZe, where they're putting up 14 to 2 on Train. So VP showing a lot of promise, a lot better than they have been in the last 6-7 months, at least in the last year. So you know, you can't be too upset about that if you're a VP fan. You see potential.
Yeah, that is quite a game of Counter-Strike. I think as human beings are, losing a 14-2 lead is always going to be frustrating, despite how well everything else went. I don't know how you don't get triggered by that, but it's just 2 rounds, man. There it was, 14-2, 14-4, and after this we move to 14-8, and the story continues. Round after round after round, until we get to overtime, and then it just slipped away from Virtus.pro. T-side looking difficult for both teams, but again, I mean, it was something for VP that they didn't lose all 3 rounds in the first overtime anyway, but here we are. Guardian will have 30 kills, but it's Nico with 32 who is at the top of the leaderboard. This is surprising, even with overtime. Normally we see someone go over 3,000 damage, but definitely was a team effort on both sides and a good spread of kills in general, and that will bring that match to a close. And now we move to the last 2 matches here in Europe. North versus Mousesports. Inferno and Nuke. Some chat about that after the break. We'll see you back here shortly for games number 5 and 6 of Europe.